Let's go. What's up, guys? How we doing? Let me just kind of adjust some of this stuff here. There we go. I think we're looking good. Let's see. Mic's going good. Mike says it's on. Levels look good. And sweet. I just checked and we have audio. Cool, guys. Well, welcome. This is your first time. Welcome, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Happy Thursday. Hope you guys had a good week. Let's see. So kind of a lot's happened, but at the same time, also not a lot has happened this past week. Hope you guys are doing good. Let me know how your guys' week has been in the comments. Also, now would be a great time. If you don't know where to find me or anything like that, definitely hop over to 2aallday.com. It's a little forum there. Got a paid membership, got a free membership, so pick your poison. But that is where I live. Also, the links are all going to be down in the description below. Come over to Discord. That thing's great. We got some good memes going on. And yeah, that's kind of where we hang out and chat up kind of whenever. Also, Raymond, thank you. Check out the store. I know you're over there using it, but that is where I'll list kind of all my filament that I use, the printers that I use or recommend, the parts that I use or recommend, any kind of tools, or kind of any little tips or tricks. Also, any files that I personally remix, I'll put over there. And then I also will print anything for you too as well. So I have a little printing service. So if you do want anything printed that I can legally ship to you, I will do that. So like for example, if you want like custom gun stuff, I'll design stuff for you. I don't know if you guys have turners where you guys are at, but here's a kind of an example of what one of the custom gun stands is that I recently have made. So it's very similar to the one with the 3A or the 2A logo on it here. Also custom did that, and these are colored prints. So this isn't paint on here. That's actually colored filament printing. So yeah, again, if you have a a favorite shop that you shop at. So for example, I've bought quite a few rifles from Turner's. So I actually am going to be going over and seeing if they wanted to purchase some of these for their stands. So, anyways, update on my foot. My foot still hurts really bad. I thought it was getting better, but come to find out, it still hurts super bad. And if you guys didn't watch last week's show, I kind of gave a little story about how I was building out my Strike 80 that I won on Round Robin. And I showed it last week. I don't have it next to me. It's in the house. But nonetheless, when I was building, I used rook rails, so I threw the other rails on the ground, didn't see him. I got up, I came back, I was barefoot. I stepped on one of the rails and it went through the bottom of my heel, like the outside of my heel, and was stuck in there, and I had to like pull it out, bleeding everywhere. Nonetheless, I decided to just put some Neosporin on it, a Band-Aid, and finish my build. And the rest is history. I thought that was like 2 weeks ago now. I thought I was getting better, but it's not. It still hurts really bad. So be careful. Those rails are super sharp. Yeah, so just kind of be careful. Yeah, so what's up, guys? Let's see. Cool, we got 7 people tonight. That's fantastic. We might do a little giveaway here at the end. I think I have some Gen 5 trigger housings to give away if you guys want some of that. I also have a lot of the G43 trigger housings, so I don't know if you guys are building any of that stuff. I know a lot of people are buying a ton of frames right now, especially with that new ban or the infringement kind of coming up. So I do have quite a few parts. Let me know also what kind of parts you guys are looking for or need or want, because I think I probably have some, and we can do some giveaways for specific parts that you guys actually want or need, and not just extra stuff that I have. So let me know what you want me to give away tonight. I'll let you know if I have it, and then maybe we'll do a little spin or two at the end here. So cool. Yeah, Raymond, Pat, Michelle, Brian, haven't seen you guys in a while. How you guys doing? Let's see. Nice, got some upgrades there too. Cool. What upgrades did you get? Curious to know. Yeah, what upgrades? It is a sad day. Let me turn this stuff off here. It is a sad day. I'm still in mourning, so again, I don't know if you got last show, but I did sell my Prusa. So I did sell it. Here's kind of what it looked like when I cleaned it all up. And I gave it to a new owner. I think he's going to do wonders with it though and take care of it. He does have a great machine on his hand. I believe his name was Anzo. So if you're watching this, bud, I hope you got it set up and built. I know it was fun getting that thing loaded up. But that was the last picture I took of the Prusa. I still recommend Prusas. You know, if I had to go back and do it all again, I would get a Prusa again. And I may even buy another Prusa here in the future. But what I did get instead is, I'm not sure if you guys have seen all the hype or anything about Bambu Labs, but essentially a bunch of engineers and some people left DJI and created their own 3D printer company. So they released that on Kickstarter. It blew up. It was huge. So I did pre-order a Bambu Lab Carbon X1 combo. So the combo comes with the AMS unit, and essentially it's just like a multi-filament printer. So you can do color swaps, filament swaps. You can print normal printing stuff, and then also special support material, all without having to babysit it and manually change your filament out and stuff like that. So I'm actually really looking forward to being able to print, you know, some frames out and then use maybe soluble supports. So that way I can just throw it in a tub of water and dissolve them away. Or even they have thinner support material that's only made for supports. So I also want to kind of try that as well. So yeah, that should be coming. I think I should be getting it in October. Hopefully, I'm keeping my fingers crossed that shipping and everything goes smooth. Yeah, so sold the Prusa, and I also sold, so on the top there, that is the Sunlu S1 filler dryer. Great filament dryer. I did mod it, so you can't really see it, but in the back there I put in a fan, and I did a couple mods to it to help it circulate the air a little bit better. I think it's like 40 or 50 bucks. I would definitely go pick that up. It's a nice little entry-level dryer. They also have a new S2 out, which I also have, and I would actually recommend that one over this one even. I think that one's like 50 or 60 bucks, so go check that out too. I might even have links on my website to that. I'm not sure. But essentially, yeah, so the filler dryer, and then I had an extra hot end, a hot end nozzle, and some things like that. So, yep, that is the old setup, but the new setup is gonna be beautiful. I can't wait to get everything, because as you see, that's a stand. So I built those are 3 different IKEA lac enclosure tables, or lac tables, that I just stacked on top of each other and made. So once I'm getting my new stand. We'll leave it at that. My new stand here, hopefully in about a week or 2, and then the printer in about a month or month and a half, 2 months. Hoping sooner, but probably not. So anyways, yeah, I'll get some pictures and some videos and stuff up as soon as I get that. I'll definitely be doing some reviews. So yeah, check that out. You're looking for some full-size 10mm parts. So I also want to do a 10mm build. I'm trying to find some parts too. I get a lot of my parts, so it depends. Let's unpack this for a second. You want brand new or used? So I know they are kind of tricky to find. Lone Wolf, I think it has some pretty good reviews, but Lone Wolf has their Alpha Wolf. I want to say it's called the Alpha Wolf slide, which is their 10mm slide. I think it's like 180 or 200 bucks. It might even be 220, but it's their 10mm long slide, which looks pretty badass. I think that'd be cool for a 10mm. That's the one that I'm kind of eyeing. I know there's another company out there that actually makes the complete upper. Oh no, that's for the 50. That's for the 50. The 10mm. Yeah, so the only one that I know of is the Alpha Wolf, and I know they have a barrel there that's also pretty cheap. I would check Gunbroker. They do have one kit up right now. But I think it's close to $300 or $400 for the complete upper and the barrel and stuff. So, and it is an Alpha Wolf one as well. And so when I saw Alpha Wolf, I was like, huh, that sounds like Lone Wolf. So I went over to their website, and sure enough, it is Lone Wolf, and you can buy it pretty much brand new, cheaper than and it's available in stock. Last I checked, which was last week, but cheaper than what you can get it for on Gunbroker. Speaking of Gunbroker. I did get a complete parts kit, and I know we went over, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago, rails up, rails down, and I compared the XD frames. So I did print out the XD40, both rails up, rails down. We compared those, blah, blah, blah. So I did build that out, and I don't know if I showed that build, but essentially, there we go. I went on Gunbroker, got a kit. I think the kit was like 125 bucks or maybe 130, and then like $10 shipping. So really good deal for a complete kit to do a complete build. So mind you, the plastic cost me maybe $4, and then the parts kit was like 120, 130. But essentially, man, yellow sucks. But that is how it kind of came out. So, and that is the XD. Yeah, yellow sucks. Never mind. Anyways, that's kind of what it turned out. But not bad. I really like it. It feels awesome in the hand. That's actually the first XD that I've ever owned, and I like the way it kind of feels. I didn't think I was going to be a fan of that like weird beaver tail safety, but actually I come to find it doesn't really bother me too much. So those are pretty sweet. Let's see, kind of what else do we got going on? I think that's mainly stuff. So there are some cool things that I did come across this week, and I know we mainly focus kind of on like guns and things like that, but I think also you got to start thinking about like, hey, if I need to, like, what accessories can I print out, like, or if I, if stuff hits the fan, what will I need to survive, like urban warfare, or what could help me, just make sure that I stay alive, or even cool things that, cool gadgets. Anyways, these are pretty sweet. So these are printable night vision goggles, essentially, that you can print out. They come in, there's a bunch of different ones that I found. So this is one of them here. Let's see if it will let me. It's supposed to be a playable slideshow because I know I have a couple on here. There we go. Cool. Yeah, so this one here they're saying is kind of like the most complete project. It's got a bunch of things that you need, all the documentation that you need. It could be configured for mono or bino, or these words are so hard to pronounce. So single lens or dual lens, so binoculars or monoculars, I guess. Anyways, yeah, that one's pretty sweet. And if that doesn't tickle your fancy, there are a couple other ones. So they get into actual like dual setups where you can have two. The one on the right is actually a panoramic type setup, so you can have four. So that's also pretty cool. There's the name of it up top. It's the BP NVG2 and the 1, and I think there might be two other people that also make this as well, or two other iterations. So here's another kind of iteration here. So it shows, like, the list of parts, the wiring diagram. For this one here, there's videos on how to kind of assemble it. So I think I might, when I get the Bamboo or the Carbon X1, I might start trying to print out a set of night vision and let you guys know how that goes, because these are all pretty sweet. I think it'd be pretty badass to have like some homemade night vision, like a homemade night vision setup. And I think that's a good question. I don't know how much these lenses are. I haven't looked into it. I just found this. I think I was looking last night, or maybe the night before last, and I saw this. I was like, whoa, this is actually pretty badass. So I'll look into some parts kits, and I'll see. Hopefully not too much. And I'm sure you could always like use like generic parts maybe, or kind of get away with maybe some Raspberry Pi type parts, like a different camera or something like that. And the link, I'll post the link in a little bit. I got it from DefCAD, so DefCAD might have it up, but I will try to find that link for you, and I'll post it over kind of at the forum a little later tonight. I need to get better at start posting these links in the description for the school stuff. So yeah, these are pretty sweet. Okay, cool. And goes back to the first one. So yeah, the first one is, the first one's cool if you're a minimalist, I guess. Pretty cool. But my favorite one is probably the last one. Probably any of those ones, actually. I like all those ones. So Curtis, how we doing? Welcome. And yeah, so that's the night vision stuff. Again, I'll post those links here in a little bit. And let's see. So we'll jump to that in a minute. There are also some new releases that I also came across. So the PY2A, they released a new AR lower that has last round bolt hold open. I think they released it like a week or two ago, and I always thought that was pretty cool because like the Hoffman design and a bunch of other designs don't necessarily have the last round bolt hold open, which is I think is an awesome feature. And if you can have it, why not? However, I do know with the PY2A lowers, at least for ARs, they are a little different. So the ones that I've seen actually have like this weird like metal skeleton. So I guess you could equate it out to like how you'd buy their rails for their Glock frames. Well, they don't have rails for the AR frames, but they do have this weird skeletonized kind of frame that goes on the outside of the printed frame. It's not expensive, and they have instructions, I think, to where you can make your own. And I guess would add to rigidity and strength and stuff. But you know, if you weren't going for that type of look, or you didn't want to have to buy that extra hardware, I mean, I've printed 2 Hoffmans, and that's honestly that's the way to go. Is how I do it. I also have a parts kit I have 2 parts kits for 2 different fire bolts. I haven't printed out the fire bolts yet, and I'm kind of on a printing hold until the X1 gets here, but I will be printing out the fire bolts. And then along with that, we're talking printed mags as well. I do have some parts kits for the waffle mags, and I'll be doing a review on those because I am curious and I also like the look of the printed waffle mags. So I'm curious on how those work. Dude, Raymond, I bet you could do that. And pending where you found them, someone might have actually even found a way to do that, to put the fiber optics in there. I'm sure when you just have to drill like the little hole going through on the rear sides, the 2 little holes, and then on the front side, just the 1 hole. I bet you could easily just kind of drill a little hole through there and then fish those fiber optics through. And then, I mean, I'd probably maybe get like a toothpick or something and then put a little tiny bit of super glue in there and just fish it right on through. And I think that'd be pretty sweet. I have seen a file or 2 for the suppressor height sights, but I haven't seen them with like where you could put those little fiber optic things in there. Okay, so we went over the PY2A stuff. The Plastikoff is pretty sweet too. So that's a printed, if you guys aren't familiar with it, that's the printed AK. And so now it looks like they're on version 3. Yep. Hey, also what I've seen people do is you can print it, and I'm assuming you'd print it to where the heights print up, like normal, like you'd be looking through the heights. Print it, and then you can pause it at a certain layer. So when it gets like halfway up, print it, and then where that fiber optic hole would be, where you put the fiber optic, stop it about halfway, and then it'll pause the print, so it'll be open. You could place your fiber optic there, and then keep printing, and it'll print around it and actually print with your fiber optic in there. So you could even make the hole a little tighter. You wouldn't necessarily have to use super glue or anything. You could actually make it the exact diameter or width, whatever circles are, half of a cylinder. Make the exact circumference, and then just stop the print and put it in and print around it. So I have seen people do that with bolts and other things, so that's always also an option as well. So the Plastikoff is the AK, and I'm looking to get I'm looking to get a parts kit for the Plastikoff because I am super interested in printing an AK. I don't have an AK, so the Plastikoff was made by Ivan the Troll, and it was first released a couple years ago. Since then, there's been a couple releases, some new iterations, but what's cool about this particular release is that it's more compatible with different or with more common parts kits out there. So there's a lot of different parts kits, and this one is now more compatible with the RPK kits, the AK100 kits, the Stampede Yugo kits, and so now it's more versatile, and parts I'm sure are probably going to be easier to get and cheaper to get. So and it looks like he made a couple reliability tweaks and changes just to make it a little easier to build. Looking at it on the first version and the second version files, it was a lot. It is kind of daunting a little bit, but I think if you can build the if you can build Danny Meatball's drum magazine, you could probably build a Plastikoff. And hey, have you guys printed the drum magazine yet? I'm curious to know. Have you printed it? Did my video help? Are you gonna print it? I haven't tested it yet. I haven't made it out to the range yet. Like I said, it's been crazy busy here. And it is super hot out right now. I think where I'm at for the whole week, we're going to be, or we've been over 100, and we're still going to be over 100 for the rest of the week. So I am baking right now in my garage. If you see sweat on my face, it's because all my ACs are off because the mic picks it up. So anyways, yeah, cool. So that's that. And those are the new files. I do have, if you guys do have any questions, also drop them down in the comments too. We're getting close to the end of the stream, trying to keep it pretty short this time. We're already at 22 minutes. And a question that did come up is for new printers or new people in the printer space, what should I do to prep for getting a 3D printer? And I think that's a fantastic question. I like that you're kind of looking ahead. I want to see how it works first. Yeah, cool. And yes, it is a 50 round drum. I think it can actually hold the Danny Meatballs drum. The drum magazine can also hold more than 50 rounds, depending on, I think, what size mag you print. Because you could do a compact mag or like a standard 17 round mag or things like that. So, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it holds at least 50 rounds, which is awesome. It took me, what did it take me, a day or 2 days to print all the parts, and then a day to assemble it. Yeah, but I would definitely order the parts kits first because those take a while, and yeah, it took me like 3 weeks, I think, to get one of the main spring off Amazon. So back to this question here. This guy says, hey, looking to get a Prusa around Black Friday. First of all, I want to pause right there. Actually, let's see. That's when I should have enough money saved up. Okay, that's fine. Normally, Prusas don't go on sale ever. Black Friday comes around, they might offer A, free shipping, or B, an extra spool of filament is what I've seen them do in the past. But there aren't like crazy Black Friday deals on Prusas. And then also you got to think of, at that point, shipping too is going to be a beast. I would expect a huge wait to get your printer if you do that. There's probably a month or 2 or 3 month lead time at least, I'd say, on Prusa printers that you do that with. What software or sites should I look into learning so when I order and receive it, I can hit the ground running? That's also a fantastic question. Yes, there is a video of it on YouTube. One, I made one putting it together and assembling it, but I think there is also other videos out there that actually show people using it and then show the capacity of it and all of that. So yeah, check that out. And then the one I made, I think, is listed on the YouTube page here. So but this is what software. So one, I would pick your do your research, watch YouTube videos, hit up Reddit, do your research on what slicer program you're going to be using. I'm assuming since you're getting a Prusa, you're going to use Prusa Slicer. So you could even start downloading files and practicing supports and different settings in the Prusa Slicer. Looking at this from a new person's point of view, I would bookmark a couple places. So you could bookmark like Odyssey, you could bookmark Thingiverse, Printables, what's the other one? There's a lot of them. You can just Google 3D printed files and they come up. So I'd start that, start downloading the files that you want. Then the next thing I do while you're waiting, if you have the funds, I'd start just getting parts kits. So find whatever you want to print first, start getting parts kits in the mail, because that's going to be almost harder than getting your printer. We'll be finding the parts kits in stock and getting them to you. So get some parts kits, and I think that's probably good enough for beginner stuff. I would check out Teaching Tech. Google Teaching Tech or YouTube Teaching Tech. That'll kind of show you, watch all the videos, even though you don't have a printer and you're not going to be calibrating it, and Prusas really don't need calibration. It's still good to know like all the settings that you can adjust or that may need to be adjusted, and what each setting kind of does. So that's super helpful to learn. I learned a lot from that. Yeah, awesome. Thanks. Appreciate that. And this guy says, I'm pretty much a complete newbie at 3D printing, and my cousin convinced me to get a Prusa. Nice. That's the same one that I had. Fantastic printer. Your cousin's a genius, because that's awesome. And yeah, or you could get a Bamboo, but I haven't tried the Bamboo yet, although it is, from what I've seen, amazing. So that kind of wraps it up today. Let's see, we got enough people to do some giveaways. So let's, what do you guys want? What do you want? I know there's a little bit of lag on here. You guys want a 43 trigger housing? You guys want a Gen 5, a 9mm trigger housing? I also have G17 trigger bars. I pretty much have everything. I have parts kits. You know what? I think I have some rear rails. You guys want some Rook rails? I know those are always pretty good. I'll give you guys a couple seconds to kind of post down in there. Let's do I guess let's do the 40. Yeah, winning lotto numbers. That is a secret. I didn't win the Mega Millions. That was like 1.6 billion. I played, but I didn't win. I didn't even I matched maybe like 3 or 4 numbers, so that sucked. But yeah, hey, we should start like a weekly, like maybe I'll post that on the forum. We could all do like a weekly buy-in where you know, one of us will go get tickets. Maybe we could all rotate, take turns. I'll throw in some money and go get a ticket. Yeah, let's do some Rook. Well, damn, I always do that. First, let's do a G43 trigger housing. Get you guys kind of warmed up, the juices flowing. So if you don't know how this works, right now we're going to do a hashtag TAD in the comments. We're going to be doing a G43 trigger housing with the ejector and the little spring thing in there. So if you want that right now, hashtag TAD down in the comments, and we will do that. I will give you guys until, what is it, 6:29 my time. So I'll give you guys till 6:31 because there's a little bit of a lag. But as soon as that clock hits 6:31, we will stop and close this giveaway, and we will move on to Rook rails. So this will kind of get you guys going. And it is the Rook tongue twister rear rails. And I don't know if you guys saw or not. I'm sure you guys are all on all the email lists. However, they do have CLs still in stock. And yesterday or the day before, he posted, hey, I got a couple Cobalt. I think it was Cobalt. Or the gray. I think it was Cobalt. He said he had 4 or something Cobalts in. And I quickly went on the site and I was like, oh, wait a minute. Rook doesn't ship to California anymore. Great. Because Cobalt was like one of the main ones that I wanted. I did get 2 green and 1 FDE, but I really wanted the Cobalt, and apparently, well, of course, California does not let you ship that here anymore. So, all right, so it is 6:30. Well, I said 6:31, so we'll do 6:31. So go over to Rook's website. They might still have Cobalt still in stock. If they do, you should get it because that is awesome color. If not, they still have a couple seals left in stock at a great price, especially if you factor in the rails that come with it. So, all right, well, I'm going to close the wheel giveaway. If you get your name in before I get all these names typed in, then how do we do this? Let's go. But here we go. Shoot, how did I? Here we go. Cool. All right, so let's see. And who else was in on this? Did I spell that right? Yeah, I did. Cool. Awesome. Anybody else want in on these? This is the G43 trigger housing. So we will go ahead and spin this. Oh, dang it. Interact. All right. Well, good luck, guys. Haven't spun in a while. So let's see. G43 trigger housing coming up. Who's going to get it? All right. How's it happening? Nice. Nice. Good win. Man, I don't know. Yes. Man, those guys are excited. I don't know if man, have you won something before? I'm not sure if you have. If not, message me. You can either message me on Discord. I think you can do private messages on Discord. Message me there or message me over on my forum. Shoot me where you want me to send this to, and I will get that out in the mail. And then now let's do some Rook Rails. And now that the other one is done, we're also going to do hashtag. Actually, yeah, it's already going. We'll do hashtag Tad also for some Rook Rails. I was going to say hashtag Rook, but scrolling is going with Tad, so we will do hashtag Tad again for a pair of Rook rear rails, and I think it's for like the 19, 17, the 9mm size. I'm not sure if you can mix and match them. I'm pretty sure you can, but it's the rear rails. So I do have those. I have quite a few pairs of those. We will give away a pair today. And so it's 6:33 my time. I'll give you till 6:35. As soon as that clock says 6:35, I'm going to close this and we will go back to the wheel and send that thing a spinning. So, all right, Raymond, we got you in on this. Cool. Brian, boom, we'll get you in. And nice. Curtis, we'll get you in. This is going to be a good one. We got 3. You guys got any plans this weekend? What did I say, 6:35? Yeah. Got any plans this weekend? What you guys doing? Hopefully it's not so hot where you're at. Hopefully there's not a lot of fires. I know here up north there's a ton of fires kind of going on. Hopefully you guys make it out to the range. Shoot some stuff. Yeah. And hey, if you guys have... no, hey man, if you want in, pop in. Pop in. A couple times. I think Sprinks won a couple times in a row. Brian, you might have even won a couple times. And Raymond, shoot. I think you guys have all won a couple times in a row. Sometimes it all goes to the same person. So, hey, look at this. You'd be saving me on shipping if you won both. So just look at it like that. Yeah, no, I don't think we can have P80 frames shipped to California anymore. So, yeah, California was one of the first places that said, hey, nope, no P80 frames. And if you look on Rook's website, they've updated it now to where it says shipping, like we don't ship to, it'll say like Illinois or DC or California is the very first one on there now. So, yeah, gotta love good old California. All right, cool. It is 6:35. So, boom, we are going to go back over to the Wheel of Names. And let's go ahead and let's see. Cool. Raymond, Brian, and Curtis. And Chris Martin. Oh. Look at that. Yeah, you'd be getting 2. Man, I suck at typing right now. You want a big A or a little A? Jeez, man. All right, cool. Here we go. So, set of Rook Rails right now, and good luck. Woo. All right, Brian, got a set of Rook coming. I believe I know I've sent you something. I just don't know if your address was on, I think you might have given it to me in the Wix app, so I think that's where I have it. If it was on the old forum, I don't have that anymore. So send it to me either on the new forum or Discord, or I think it's on, I'll have to check. I think it's on the Wix app. I'm pretty sure that's where it's at. So cool. Yeah. Hey you, I like it. So cool, congrats Brian. Yeah, I'll get those out again. So today's Thursday. Shoot, we used to do this on Wednesdays and I'd get them out by like Friday. I have to go to UPS tomorrow. I could probably make it to the post office. Let me see if I can get out tomorrow. I'll try to get them in tomorrow. If not, it'll most likely be Monday at the latest. But I promise you they're coming. You guys know me. The worst thing about me is I suck at shipping things, especially in a timely manner. It is just so tough you try to plan out your day, and then you know, it's just super tough to things come up. So yeah, Wix, cool. Yeah, then I have it. So that's fine. Cool. Well, guys, thanks for hanging out. Again, cool. 37-minute show. Not a bad gig. I want to try to keep them under 30 minutes tops, you know, in the future, unless you guys have a ton of questions. So, do I have any favorite waterproof printed boxes? I don't, actually. I know I have, so not printed. I haven't printed any, I don't think I've printed any waterproof things yet. But I will. That's a good one. How about you? What about you? Have you found any that are waterproof? And I'm assuming you'd have to use some kind of box with like a rubber gasket around it, or if it was like a screw one, like a circular gasket to put in there. But no, yeah, I don't have any waterproof printed boxes, so sorry about that. Anyways, guys, well, again, thanks for hanging out. Happy Thursday. Happy Friday tomorrow. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. And again, all the links kind of are below in the description. Discord is where we're most active. And yeah, come hang out. So I will see you guys again next week. If we can get this many people in the stream again next week, we'll do some more giveaways. So it's always fun when we have more people to do more giveaways. So I like it. Appreciate it, guys. And with that being said... Ooh, I didn't know there was an aurora out there. I will have to go out there tonight and check. I'm not sure if we can see it. Where? What state are you in, Curtis? I'm out here in the good old state of California, the Golden State, as they like to call it. And, okay. You know what? You might actually also be able to print a gasket in TPU. So not only could you print your own like container, but you could probably even switch filaments over to TPU and print your own gasket in TPU. I will have to try that. Thank you. Good idea. With that being said, enough running on. Good night, everybody. Okay, cool. Pennsylvania? I think that's Pennsylvania. I need to know my states. I'll have to ask my 5-year-old. She will definitely tell me where that is. And I know it's East Coast, I think. Anyways, enough being said, guys. Have a good night. Have a good weekend. See you.